What's up, Inside Out Football family? It's your host, Etienne Veillard. I'm back. We're back for another episode. I've been trying to get this guy, David Nzunzi, on.
That's not my last name.
Okay, whatever, but I got the first name right.
This guy.
No, but yeah, welcome back for another episode. I'm really excited to have him on the channel. You know, just like Zlatan, when I come to your house, you're the guest and I'm the host. So I'm really excited. David, tell the people how you feel to be on this show for the first time.
I feel very privileged to be on the show for the first time. It's amazing. It's a very beautiful idea that I've been seeing for a while. I've seen all the hard work that
you should be. Yeah. You should feel. Yeah.
I've seen all the hard work that you put into this project. It is very impressive, Etienne. Of course, I've always been there to support you. So this is impressive for me. Really amazing for me to be here. So I really thank you, Etienne.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself after all my hard work.
What's the next thing? Europe.
I don't know, man. It's keep working, make it this beautiful freaking show I made for myself.
Yeah, in your dining room.
My dining room. Why do you gotta tell people where I'm based, man? Like, I could have been. I could have told them I'm in New York right now.
Bro, you got
South Beach.
You got ups?
Nah, bro. I mean.
Yeah, because you got up, so you're trying to like.
Exactly, bro. Maybe one day I'm in freaking DC, the next day I'm in Federal.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Inside Out Football. I'm so glad that you guys are back. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I never know what to say in the intro, so the show is just gonna run. But I hate to make it feel like an interview, but without any, do people say any further ado? Whatever you do, people say, you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title. I said I'm gonna stop saying this is a guest for the episode, but yeah, I have a very special guest. It's an episode like literally like when the whole concept of like bringing guests on the show was like came up to mind and all that. He was like on the first list. I'm like, yo, I gotta be him. So without further ado, please welcome Seattle Sounders Etienne Veillard. What's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? I'm finally on this
people always
show.
do the same thing.
I gotta talk to my people, man. I should be the host on Inside Out.
You got the camera
Football.
He's looking. You got on him when he was looking. Okay. No, but you can put it on him when he's talking. Yeah, but
I could be the host, man. I feel like I would do it better.
Be the host for
not to, you know.
Be the host for what?
The whole show, the whole podcast, the whole everything.
You can't host for shit.
We'll see, bro.
You know, do people know the character requires freaking host? Like, oh my god. I mean, I could teach you. I could be a whole teacher and like be bro. Like, yo, like this is what you gotta do. This is what you gotta say. But damn, just out of nowhere like that, it just swing it and become a host.
Nah, man, the host is kind of nervous though. Like,
I know that I did tell you on the right here that I get nervous and all, but it's just really because I'm excited to always get into it. But yeah, without further ado. You and I already know each other. We've known each other for quite a while. We've known each other as a person. Like, I know this is Etienne. We've talked a lot. Like, you're one of my closest friends. And but like this show, it also gives me like this great opportunity to just like know you more as like a person and as an athlete on a deeper level. And it gives an opportunity for everybody else to like just know who Etienne is.
Right.
Because that's one thing, like, to like see your pictures on social media. That's one thing to see your games and all that. But like then all it does is having people get an assumption of who you are, having people get an assumption of what your life is like. Now we want to hear what is Etienne, his perspective. Like, that's the whole point of like the channel is called Inside Out Football, for inside and outside perspective, and getting it to just for everyone and all. So what's going on, Etienne?
Who is Etienne? Etienne is Haitian. I'm from Haiti. And obviously you guys see me as a soccer player, football player. It's not really soccer. America, we call it soccer, but it's really football because it's football, you feel me? I started playing the game since I was 4 or 5 years old. Uh-huh. My parents didn't always want me to play because they make sure I stick to my education first. So mostly I would play on the weekend with my friends. That's only when I'm done with work though. It's not like you come from school, you study, you do your homework, and then you get free time, you just go and play. It was never like that. I would always have something to do in the evening and the afternoon. So that kept me busy and make sure that I wasn't like always in the street. So it's like my family were strict about my education.
Yeah, I understand you like right there, bro. I mean, because like one thing my dad always used to tell me, or always still tells me, is like, education is like the more like sure way of success. Like I mean, in some ways, in some like situation, like because a degree just shows the skill that you have. So a lot of parents will always like push their kids to, hey, focus on education because that's the most sure way to like success and all that. But when did you start playing?
Like I said, I started playing at 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, but like it was just playing with my friends. It was just playing with my classmates after like school or on the weekend.
You heard that? You know I'm black because you could hear that. But you know, black people in the house, it was like,
we gotta pay attention to every little detail. I mean, you gotta make sure your house is straight. I mean, I would be the one to say. But yeah, bro, I started playing when I was like 4 or 5 years old with my friends, kicking it on the weekend. That's when I was free. My parents let me play. But I didn't start playing organized soccer until football, until 2017. I joined Veillard Way in September 2017. But that whole time, from like 4 all the way up to like 12, 10, 11, I was just playing with guys who were older than me, than my uncle, with my uncle.
Like we're talking like Sunday league? Or like
not necessarily. It could, sometimes you just go play, but it's just for fun. Like we'll see, we'll go to like a place and just play. Like SeaTac, me and my uncle, we would go there. There's a little cage, or even on the field at Valley Ridge, we would just go there and play with like people from church who were older than me. So I was that little kid who always had something to prove. They were calling me skinny legs, but I had to prove myself. Like sometimes I would shoot it from outside of the box, and my uncle would just catch it with one hand just to show me I was weak. So I think that helped me to like grow and get better because I was always playing with guys older than me. So that prepared me for the next step, for the next stage in my life. So in 2017, when I played my first game with Veillard Way, I was ready. I was up for it because I know that whole time I was playing with guys who were older than me. So now I was playing with guys who were the same age as me. So I'm like,
no feeling of nervousness?
No,
like when you were like, okay, I'm doing that first like tryouts and all that. Like,
I always believed in myself because I mean, although I was like the skinny kid, like the small kid, but they always knew I was good. Like they knew I was good, but not as good as them because I was. They always believed in. So like my uncle would always tell me, yeah, you're good, bro. Just you can get better. Keep going. But just because we're like making fun of you is just a way to make you better. So I always had confidence in myself, not to be cocky or anything, but I believed in myself. So when it was time for me to play, nothing was gonna stand in my way. It was just I loved the game so much, so everything else was on hold. It was just the game.
How do you handle like just hearing all of it mentally, like hearing people like talk about like your physique and be like, oh, you're skinny, or like, you know, from the very young age, how were you like receiving it all? Because you know the way you receive it like kind of like determines the way like you dish it out. So how were you like, people call you skinny and all as a kid, how did you take it?
I mean at a younger age I wasn't mentally strong how I am. Like I wasn't as strong as I am right now, so it was like it didn't make me happy. It was uncomfortable, but they were always making fun of me. But like for me, I just knew that I had to do more. I had to keep. So like after school, I would just go and start watching highlights of Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi. Just watching it, how I can do better, how I can do around the world. Although they were bigger than me, but I wanted to do things technically that they couldn't do. So once they started seeing me doing these things, they're like, okay, yeah, maybe he's skinny, but he got a little something, you know? So that was my motivation. Me and my older cousin, we would just go on the field when my uncle couldn't make it and just play.
See, they do that to all of us, what's it called? Black kids, we do that. Because like when I was a kid and I first moved here, a lot of kids were calling me skinny a lot. But like hear this. When I was in middle school, kids would call me these names. Kids call me the skeleton. In middle school, they call me the skeleton kids call me frog hands because I had very long fingers and they would
Kawhi Leonard.
Third, they call me the Slenderman. You know the Slenderman, like that monster, like that was like a suit, like all white, like tall.
I'm the worst person to ask.
Okay. And then last one, the one that was like, I want to say to this day I found very funny. Kids would call me Skinny Monkey.
Oh my God, bro. I mean,
Bro, I mean, it was.
we kind of have a similar skinny story, I guess.
But yeah, not totally. You say you're from AC,
Haiti. Yeah.
Haiti. Were you born there? And then
Yeah, I was born there, bro. I've only been here for. I moved there in 2016.
Bro.
Yeah, I moved there in 2016.
I moved here in 2017.
My God.
Well, I'm thinking like you've been here.
Nah, bro, no.
Yeah, because bro, like even like when you speak, like you can't even tell that like, hey, this guy is somebody that's speaking another language and all that. Like
Yeah,
you look like you just been here.
When you go to school and kids are like, you say something they're like, you don't say it like that. It's like, bro, you had to like go into school and when you had to pronounce something and people couldn't understand it. It was so embarrassing. And then I would just go home and start hearing it over and over again. I loved it. You know when you're in a situation, bro, and at the moment you don't understand why. Like you're like, oh, you could see. It's like my friends are annoying. But it set me up, bro. It helped me to like get out of my comfort zone and learn more. Yeah. So I came here in April 2016 and I went to school. So 2016 I was at school and I knew a couple of words, few words. But the fact that kids were making fun of me in that summer. So I was at school for 2 months and then June was like summer. Yeah. So every day I was waking up early. And my cousin would help me set up stuff on the computer to help me learn. I was just like focused, locked in. I'm like, when I'm back the next year in September, I want to make sure I can communicate with people. I want to make sure, because like, I want to make sure that I can talk to the teacher. I can talk to my friends, people I sit next to. Like, I want to communicate, bro.
Now I understand you. Do you know what made, like, what's worse is, you know, Black Panther movie? Yeah. You know the accent that they made?
Please, call me teacher.
Bro, a kid, once these kids came around me and ganged me up and all that, and then I remember I was like, oh, like, what are you talking about? And then they were like, what are you talking about? My name is T'Challa. Like, they were making fun and all, but no, we understand. We understand. But I honestly, I thought you'd been here way longer than that, though.
Nah, bro.
Way longer. So wait, you started playing what's it called, soccer, like organized soccer, when I'm not gonna say soccer out of respect for you.
Football. It's football, yeah.
So yeah, in when you were 10, why fade away?
Like it didn't matter, bro.
It didn't matter.
They I'm telling you, they could call me to play in freaking wherever, any like, think of any country in the world. As long as my parents would let me go, I would go. If they let me go, play, because I just love the game that much. I would do anything to play. Yeah. So the conversation was like, someone at church saw me play and he started talking to my aunt about it. Like, hey, you should sign him up. And I was like, please sign me up. And I was gonna play for a team in Kent. And one of my friends' dad, his name is Mason Duarte, and his dad is Adrian Duarte, and those people, bro, forever grateful. They've done so much for me, and I'm forever grateful for everything they've done for me. So my Mason, my ex teammate, my friend to this day, my brother, the one I packed, Mason Duarte, the keeper. Shout out Mason. And so his dad knew my aunt because my aunt was Mason's barber, and that way, so my aunt talked to his dad, and his dad was like, because I just wanted to play a team, for a team. So his dad was like, okay, there's a team in Federal Way, and we didn't even know that. So, and my aunt was like, okay, and then they reach out to the Federal Way coach, and then so in early September, I started practicing. So it wasn't Federal Way, was because that was the closest club. And it's because I just wanted to play, man. It doesn't matter.
You wanted,
I just wanted to play.
Just go ahead and
organize soccer. I value my teammates so much. Like I don't like getting into arguments with my teammates because
Yeah.
a lot of times I spend more time with my teammates than my family.
Yeah.
You know, on the road trips because they mean so much to me, bro. Because Inky Johnson's he said something when he was playing football, American football.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't play with my teammates. I played for my teammates. Same thing with me. I don't play with my teammates. I play for them because I love them so much. Yeah, bro.
That's the first time I heard that quote. It's very good, bro. It's very good. Now moving on to when you first you got into fadeaway, you know, you're getting settled with your teammates and all, and of course the big shift, like a lot of people want to hear about, is Seattle Sounders Academy. Okay, I want you to just walk me through first. How did they hit you up? How did it came about that Etienne became a Sounders?
To be honest, I didn't even, to this day, I don't know how I got scouted. I don't know. I tell people this all the time. Oh, how'd you get scouted? I don't know. Because you don't even know the scouts. So at the time when I was playing, I didn't know much about the Sounders. I didn't know they had an academy.
They're undercover, the scouts are undercover?
They're not undercover. You just don't,
don't know the people, yeah.
They're in the corner. They're just taking notes.
Yeah.
Once you're in the game, you just focus on the game. You don't look around. People might tell you, oh, there might be scouts at the game, but you don't know the scouts.
They never tell you what game? Oh, no, I mean after you get scouted, did they ever we saw you this game and we were so impressed?
No. Did
you say we saw you in general?
No. So the thing is, me and my friend, two of my teammates, and one of their dads was the coach at Federal Way. And one day, it was a Monday afternoon, and he just picked us up, and we went to a training, and it was gonna be SDP Sounders Discovery Program.
Okay.
And I didn't know what it is, so I just went to the training without knowing if it was the Sounders Discovery, bro. I didn't even know what it was. So they took me there. We trained. So it was we were training once a week, so every Monday. So from there, I just started practicing. It was every Monday. And then the next year, it was they moved me up, and I was training twice a week, but I was still playing with Federal Way. So it was phase. It was phases. So phase one, you could train for a month or two, and they do evaluation. Should you stay? Or
I'm sorry, training without playing. You just training with.
Yeah, just training without playing because they were just looking at you how you train.
It's gonna be hard to get back to wherever, but no, we can still be locked in. We can still be locked in by talking seriously now. You would talk to me about how you were going through phase to officially finally being with the Sounders, and the main thing that at the start you would talk about how you first went through a month of just practicing with them while also practicing with Fade Away. Okay, so how was that shift for first you going to practice for Sounders? So people know at your club, people know. So wow, they my boy, they can't.
I never.
I
never view it that way. I was just, for me, I was just grateful to be there. I was just going to training, just focused, staying locked in, just because I knew I needed that. Because I was a key player for Federal Way, but when I was going to Sounders, SDP Pro, everybody was good. So I might have been technically as good as someone else, or maybe as fast as, because they really trying to bring the best players within the state in the program. So it wasn't just yes, Etienne and then everybody else. No, everybody was good, bro. So I was just going there it was just about me to get better and then to show them I deserve to be there. And to be honest, I was nervous. At the end of every phase, I was am I gonna make it? Because it wasn't up to me to make a decision. It was just the coach's decision. Is he gonna come back? And sometimes every time I would mess up, I would be oh man, I was so much into my head, bro, I was nervous all the times going to training, and sometimes I even felt more comfortable training with Federal Way. And I feel I kind of felt the pressure, although I loved it. I loved SDP, bro, because it was pushing us. We were getting better. It was fun because you were competing against the best with guys in the state, like from Seattle United, Washington Premier, and you had me and a couple of the guys from Federal Way. And I loved it, but I never view it like, yo, I'm playing for SDP and blah blah blah. No, I never saw it like this. It was just I was just in the moment, and nothing outside of this mattered to me.
See, now you get to Sounders, right? You're in that moment, like you say, you were just in the moment. Okay. The shift of mentality is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Like that mentality, because at first you didn't know that you were being scouted. At first you didn't know that you were just balling out. You know, it came out naturally. But now you're at a process, you're at a point where like they're looking at you. They want to see how can you keep that intensity. Of course, you're allowed to mess up a pass, mess up a touch and all that. But it's what you do right after. Do you like pick your head up and like keep working and all that?
Yeah.
How did you handle that mentality at such a young age? Because I don't think people really understand. It's like they ask that to really young kids, like 10, 11 years old, to like have a killer mentality. Yeah. So how did you just birth that mentality?
Meaning like yourself? Accepting
that mentality and all that.
I remember one of the SDP coaches told me that my left foot was a 3 out of 10. It was like, and you know what's crazy?
Wait, and it's switching now, right? Okay.
And it was it wasn't, because one of the things they teach you at the academy is to accept criticism and move forward.
What do bro have to do like that though?
That's good, because then what if he told me, yo, you were a 10 out of 10 left foot? Then I would probably never train it.
Yeah.
But after he sent us the email, and it took me 2 weeks to see the email. And every day he would be like, it wasn't my email, it was my aunt's email. So every day he would be like, okay, did you see my email? But I never saw it. It was my aunt who was always busy. But yeah, and then after he told me this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna practice with my left foot. So if I was doing 10 passes with my right foot, I always make sure I made sure I did 10, 15 with my. If I did 10 with my right foot, I make sure I did 10, 15 with my left, just so I could get a little better every day. And then it just got better. I accepted the criticism and then moved forward and got a little better.
See, that's good right there, but like I still think your brother did you dirty.
See, in the moment you're like, why? Like, bro, you feel down. But then later on you understand, if he didn't tell you this, maybe you would have got like too comfortable. Yeah. Like, yo, okay, like I have a good left foot. I wouldn't have to try as hard. That's what I never want to do. I never want to get comfortable. Yeah. And once you start getting comfortable, that's when you stop learning. That's when you stop getting better. Because, there are other guys. Wherever you are right now, if you are a senior in high school, and then there's a sophomore working to take your spot. So it's up to you to keep the standard. It's up to you to keep working, making sure, okay, you're gonna work hard, but I'm gonna make sure I keep the standard. I keep working. So even if you're working hard, in order to take my spot, you have to wait for me to get injured or for me to get suspended. That's gonna be your only chance if I'm already ahead of you. But if guys are ahead of me, okay, you might be ahead of me, but I watch you or you're getting comfortable and I'm working. Once you leave the field, if all you do is just go home and sit, have a drink, thank you, because I'm working, because I'm hungry, and I'm gonna keep being hungry. And even if I get there, I'm not gonna get comfortable because I know someone else is working to take my spot.
Man, I'm gonna make so many like TikTok out of this. Like, the quotes you just display were hard, bro. Not even joking, but that's the mentality right there. See, you had a highlight maybe of like, I don't know if you would consider a highlight of your career, which was winning the GA Cup with Sounders. Talk to me about that. I feel it's like, wasn't that like quarantine times and all?
Yeah, that was 2022.
2022. And I coming out of quarantine. So how was it? Like, how was it just the moment, like competing for that, what's it called, for that trophy with the group of guys that you guys have?
Man, it was semifinals. I only got 4 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't even supposed to start the finals.
Oh, you started the final.
I wasn't even supposed to start because
Okay.
it was the day of the finals. Coach was like, Etienne, do you want to start? Like, I love this guy, man. Steve Cook, man. He's like, do you want to start? I'm like, yes. And he said, right wing it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, it's a finals. And we got to the field, taking pictures. You know, you got to enjoy the moment, stay with it. Because not every team gets to play in the GA Cup, let alone win the GA Cup.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, the moment. Everybody, I was nervous because people were watching. It was on TV, and that's normal. That just means I'm alive. That what I'm gonna do is important. I don't want to lose. I want to win. I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
So after the whistle was blown, all nerves are gone, bro. It's just everybody's competing. Everybody, no one wants to lose. Mm-hmm. So the first 5 minutes, it was like a dog fight. Everybody was around, like running at you. Everybody was tired because like the nerves are getting out.
Yeah.
But after the first 10 minutes, then everybody started staying calm. And then Chris came on, scored a goal. And it was like, yo, maybe we can do this. And then I went in the box, intercepted a pass, but the field was slippery. I wasn't wearing soft grounds; it was firm ground. So I bet you, if I was wearing soft grounds, I wouldn't probably slip, and I would probably get an assist in the first half. 2-0. So and then, okay, coach, halftime. Coach was like, okay, just stay calm. You guys are in this. And then second half, we went on, and then it was like 43 seconds in the second half. I didn't realize how. So, and then I saw Alex Hall. Like, I saw it. He won the ball. And all I thought about was, like, sprint. Yeah. I know where I wanted the ball, so I just point to the ball. Yeah. I know I could get there. I know I was faster than the back line. So I didn't even look at the goal when I shot it because I was so close to the goal. All I had to do is hit it on target and then kind of hit it back across.
Precision and all.
And you see what a keeper was, right?
Yeah.
He was supposed to be covering the near post.
Like as a
so you like
be doing that.
People are gonna see the goal and be like, it was a lucky shot. It was I think it was. I think I was fortunate enough to have the goal cross the ball across the line. But if the keeper was in the right position, either way, it's a good goal. Because
but then as the build up of the goal that you're giving, that can't be luck when you talk about the
bro. Hey, I don't care. It could be an own goal. I would take it. It's the finals. It's the finals.
You break it down how you guys won back the ball, and then you break down how you're pointing at a spot where you want the ball, and you make that run. You were faster. There's no luck in that. That's just pure skill and hard work, just being shown, displayed on the field and all.
And then to follow that up, bro, and then after. 2-0 lead is one of the most dangerous.
That's fact.
Because all they had to do is get one back, and they had all the momentum.
Yeah.
So we were pushing for a third, and then we were defending. They were a good team, bro. They were good technically, bro. They were making us work.
Yeah.
But, and then there was one shot where Stewart blocked it, and Anna and Stewart, they were celebrating like we scored a goal, bro. This is how much it meant to us, bro. And then after the final whistle, they took me off because I was cramping. And I went off, and I just went on, and I just put my knee on it, just like, thank God, bro. We did it, and it was so special because it was a special moment, not because we won because it was special because we won, but because no one just picked us to win. Everybody counted us out. Everyone counted us out.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that season, at the start of the season, before GA Cup, bro, we were tying games, losing games.
Yeah.
And then in GA qualifiers, December 2021, we lost, the U17 lost 2 games and only won 1. And we didn't even make the top bracket. And then we lost our first game in GA Cup. We lost in PK to Charlotte.
Okay.
So going in, first game, everybody was like down. And second game, we won against Austin. Okay, so 2-0. Okay, we're good enough. And then third game, we won 2-0 again. So now it's quarterfinals against Philly. I didn't play. And Monterrey met from the Mexican team. I started. I played one half, and then Semifinals, I played 4 minutes, and then finals, I played and we won, bro. It was
Special moment right there.
It was a special moment. It was a special moment. But I tell you, in the moment, it was nice. But I don't really think about it anymore. I
Really?
don't. Yeah, because this is how I am, bro. And I'm not just saying this because people are watching. This, like, I really don't. I just want to. The only thing that matters to me is what I'm doing right now. I try to stay in the moment because I'm telling you, the day you get comfortable is when you start learning. So if I just look back, I won GA Cup. Yeah, that's cool. It's in the past. But what can I do now to get better and prepare for the future? Because the goal is not just to win GA Cup. The goal is to get better every day.
Yeah,
to
further.
Eventually achieve my dream, which is to be a professional soccer player. And then after that, what can I do as a professional to win more? It's always the next.
See, people don't realize that. I think in good or bad, it doesn't matter what you did today or yesterday. All matters what you're gonna do tomorrow. Yeah, like even if you like did wrong actions today or you did wrong actions yesterday, it doesn't matter. What you do tomorrow, what you decide that which tomorrow is gonna become today and all that. What you decide to do, that's what changed.
Yeah.
And you talk about like a huge moment that happened in your career so far, and you basically say, hey, it doesn't matter what I did that day. All it matters is what I did tomorrow to live in that moment.
Yeah.
That's beautiful right there. See, how was your relationship with all those players in that moment?
Bro.
Like, do you guys feel like the relationship even grew even more?
And right now, if we look back at it, we're so happy we lost the first game. Because it brought us so much closer.
Yeah.
Bro, it was special. And like off the field, it was team bonding, bro. We were having fun, bro. We were together. Teamwork before games. And like the staff, we had new staff. We had in January, one of our medical staff left, and then a new one joined from Sporting KC.
Okay.
And then he, from the start, bro, he was all about positivity. Great guy. You could talk to him whenever. So it's like everything was flowing, bro. Coach Steve Cook, bro. Great guy, bro. It wasn't just a coach and player relationship. Like, you can talk to the guy about anything. You can talk to him about playing dominoes. You can talk to him about anything, bro. Going to Vegas and just have fun. Like, it was fun. It was like, and I tell people this all the time. I don't care how great of a coach you are.
Yeah.
I just care about the person. Because at the end of the day, you're a dad, you're a brother, whatever you are. Like, it comes down to family. Do you care about your players like they're your son? Do you care about your players, bro? Not just like soccer. No, bro. Because outside of the game, what people don't see is freaking people are going through real life things, real life situations, hardships, and they have to come out and perform. So if the coach can make it like a safe environment for the players, and to ask them, yo, are you okay? You 2 weeks ago you were playing well, but now you're not playing. What happened? What's happening, bro? Because you're not the same person. That's what I want to hear from a coach. How you doing, man? Before training, how you feeling?
Get personal.
Like I know, bro. And I'm telling you, if you have that relationship connection with your player, they'll give everything for you.
That's fact.
Everything, bro. Everything, bro.
That's fact.
Even on the days they don't feel like it, they were like, I love this guy too much not to die on the field for him.
I understand you, bro. Like, because I've had coaches. I haven't had that many coaches, but like even the coaches I've had, one thing I understood is like personality overshadows skills. Personality overshadows skills. It is so obvious whether you have massive skills, whether you don't have enough, like what is it called, massive skills or whatever. Your personality will always like overshadows it. If you're like, you could be an amazing coach, amazing tactics, but if you're an a-hole to your players, if you don't have a certain relationship with them, it's going to be so simple for them to like look past all your skills and just look at your personality like, okay, we don't want you because of that personality. And then you're right there explain how his personality, like, because right now you talk a lot about his personality, and then that right there is, it shows how personality can affect the performance of a player. See, now you played with Sounders, you've lived all this moment, had all these memories with the Sounders team, but you also had an opportunity to play with Tacoma Defiance.
Yeah.
What did you think of that moment? Just brought up to play with Tacoma Defiance.
it was because in 2021 they invited me in preseason to come train with them, and I was nervous, like I said, bro. It was like, oh, I'm training with the. Yeah, bro. But it was supposed to be for 2 weeks, and I didn't feel like I was doing well. To be honest, I was like, nah, bro. After a week and a half, they sent me back to play because they told me I had to go and play an important game against Portland. Yeah. Which I understood, but at the same time, I understood if I was doing well, they would probably keep me for 2 weeks, even longer. So 2021, and then I went back. Although they told me I had to go and play, but I was disappointed, bro. I just went back. I was at my aunt's house for those 2 weeks, so she could take me, so my uncle could take me in the morning. And I was like, I just went to her, what's it called, the garage, and started working, doing push-ups just to take the frustration out. And then 2022, they invited me again. So that was my time. That was an opportunity to get better. Yeah. And the first 2 weeks,
feeling nice.
I did better. Yeah. I was like, okay, I did better. So I was like, okay, maybe I can play in this level. But and in 2021, in the summer of 2022, I made my debut with them, and it was against Sporting KC. We won 3-0. I came on for 10 minutes. Yeah, but it was good, bro. It was.
How did each of those minutes feel?
So at first, I went on. We were already winning, so it wasn't like, go in and then we're losing, make an impact, score a goal. So all I had to do is make sure I connect my passes. So that's all it is. You see me, my first touch was like, don't lose it. Just play. Just connect the pass. And I connected the pass, and I was good. I was in the game. So it was like, and when we had to defend, all I had to do, I know all the principles of shift right, shift left. Like, just don't get beat. Just stay connected with the team. So I was just doing that. And then we won. It was a good moment. And then again, it was like, for me, I made my debut. Yeah. Good. Okay, I'm happy I made my debut, but it's done. What's next?
Yeah. What's next? Before, bro, how do you, after going through all this, how do you gain confidence? How do you, because one side people never talk about is how do you gain confidence? How do you stay keep that kill mentality? How do you personally, Etienne, do you handle all that?
I think I have. For me, I watched Kobe, bro. I think from 2019 to 2020, 2021, I didn't listen to music before games. I was listening to motivational speech that motivated me before the game. So there was a speech called 90 minutes of sweat. Oh, the sacrifice, the hard work you put in. It all comes down to those 90 minutes. So I listened to those things that just, 90 minutes. All I have is 90 minutes. So I listened to the, confidence. Kobe says confidence comes from preparation. So if you're prepared in training, you do repetition over and over again. So there was a coach that I trained with. He's a personal coach. He said, at this age right now, you're not working on shooting. You know how to score, but you here to perfect your craft, to get when you shoot, did you mean to do that? Did you mean to shoot it in that corner? Can you consistently do that? And that's when, if you practice so much, then bro, you are confident. And for me, I never think about proving people wrong. I always trying to prove people right, because for me, I never look at the negativity. I always trying to focus on the positivity and see it, because I know so much people have sacrificed for me to be in this position right now. My family and people who's giving me rides, and my coaches, and those who believe in me, everybody who believes in me. So I feel like for me, if I give up now, if I quit now, then that's disrespectful for those who believed in me and who invested their time in me. So I can't. It's too late to.
You feel like you owe it to them.
Yes, exactly. That's the word. I owe it to them to be successful, and I also owe it to myself, because I spend so much time in this. So Anki Johnson says something you don't want to look back, and the worst thing in life is when it's all said and done, you don't want to look back at a dream and be like, I wish I could have done this.
That's right.
And that's what Kobe said this too. He said,
that's right.
When he said he saw NBA players and other NBA players get together and just have fun and have a drink. He said, I wasn't doing that. And they asked him why. He said, because when my career is over, I didn't want to look back and be like, I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have done that.
Bro. You hit a spot, bro.
I'm telling you, those motivational speech helped me when I was going to games. I know I didn't want to take the moment for granted, but I did not want to take it.
And that right there is why every athlete should always have that mentality that you don't want to have regret. Yeah. You don't ever want to look back and wish. I always say this one thing, even when I speak to my younger brother, I always tell him this one thing. If I could like tell my brother one advice to shape him as he goes, is do things and do them well today. So you'll never have to wait for a time machine tomorrow. That's what you always got to tell yourself. You got to do things, do them today, and you always have to do them well. Because a lot of things, you always do things halfway, and then you end up wishing for time machine. Do things well today, so you never have to wish for it tomorrow. Right. That's the mentality to have. Etienne, now let me ask you, bro. After everything has been done right now, after all these years, what's next for Etienne?
God only knows.
God only knows.
For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Shout out Enki Johnson.
See, I didn't want to forget this, but brother, you and I were both believers into something I want to actually is, how do you walk with God as an athlete? How do you personally do it?
One thing I was like, sometimes I just stay in my room when I'm doing Bible study. Yeah. And just start thinking deep. And I feel like if you walk with God, you hold on to God. Yeah. At some point you get tired.
Like lose a grip.
But if you hold on to God and ask him to hold on to you, you can let go. But his hand will always, he will always keep you. So I know no one is perfect, but I'm not trying to stay and pretend like, yo, I'm perfect, I do this, I'm the most perfect Christian, because no one is perfect.
Because I'd expose you.
Yes, because if we were perfect, Jesus would never come and die. So I just trying to every morning when I wake up, I trying to pray to ask God to guide me, and that's why right now I don't even worry about whatever life comes next. I can go, I have no worries. I can go on and live my life peacefully, have a peace of mind, and don't care about what people got to say about me. Yeah. Don't care about if you think I'm good or not, if you think whatever you got to say about me, because the only person your opinion matters to is yourself. And if you say something people don't agree with you, that's your opinion. Doesn't mean you have to change it. It's your opinion. Keep it. And then maybe in a couple of years, people will go back and say, oh, maybe he was right. Yeah, I knew I was right that whole time. Like that's what you're gonna say. But to go back to what you said, I try to stay out of God's way. So everything I ask God in my prayers, I said, God, if it's your will, may it be done. Because in life we could ask God, be like, oh, okay, God, I want this right now. I want this tomorrow. But I feel like sometimes God not answering your prayer is your biggest blessing, because some people are not ready. Some people don't have the foundation to accept the blessing that they're asking for. Because what if, bro, you never put it, you just kick the ball for 2 hours a week and you're like, God, I want to play professional, I want to play for Man City, Barcelona, Real Madrid without really putting in the work. But once you get there, you're going to get exposed. So God says, no, man, you haven't put in the work. You don't have the foundation. I know you want it, but take the first step first. Work harder. And then I see you trying, then I'll take you there. But if you don't try and then you just like, God, I want this. So I try to stay out of God's way and trying to do all the right things, although sometimes I don't. And then he guides me. So now I know that I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but I know whatever tomorrow brings is going to be prosperous, it's going to be safe, it's going to be a blessing, because I know. I hear people say my future is safe, or my next chapter is safe because I'm the author of it. No, you're not. God is the author of the future. And the fact that I know my life is in God's hand, I'm safe. Because he said, neither will I leave you or forsake you. So I'm good.
That's good. That's beautiful, Etienne.
Yeah.
Now to close off, like we always do every week. I say that every week, but I shoot like with an interval like 2-3 weeks. Sometimes I'll shoot in 3 weeks later. Like you're the first person I shot with in 2 weeks. No, but like, if Etienne was watching 5 years from now, what would you like to tell Etienne? What would you like Etienne from 5 years from now to hear?
No, I love this, man. I love this.
Yeah. What would you like Etienne from 5 years from now to hear? What would you like to tell yourself just by looking at that camera right there?
What's up, Etienne? I don't know where you are right now, but if you can hear me, if you can see me, I just want to tell you to never change. Don't let anything in this life make you forget the Lord, because he's the reason why you're in this position right now. Try to always be yourself, always trying to be the person God created you to be. And remember everyone who helped you along the way. It's a long journey. I hope you're happy, but if you're not, it's okay. But just remember, in all things, God works for the good of those who love him and who are called according to his purpose. Love you, kid.
Thank you, Mr. Etienne.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for spreading knowledge. Thank you for talking about your story, who you are as a person. Before I close off, is there anything you'd like to say? Anything you'd like to get off your chest? Anything you'd like to put out there?
Well, I just want to thank you again for having me. I just want to, if I don't tell people this enough, if you get a chance to see this, just everyone, you know who you are, everyone who's being a part of my journey and who's helped me, because I know my family wouldn't have the time to help me do everything. So whether you fed me after games, before games, or you've given me a ride, I just want to tell you that I appreciate it. Thank you so much. For you, maybe it's just a ride, maybe it's just I just bought you some food, but it means a lot, because maybe without you, I would probably miss the game that I got scouted in. Maybe without you taking me to the game. So I really appreciate it. I always pray for you guys. Stay blessed, and God bless y'all.
Thank you very much, Etienne.
Yes, sir, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Yes, sir.
To close off, everybody, thank you for watching. Damn, man, I always get emotional when we're about to end up the shooting. You guys know how much I love you, man. You give me so much.
It's all love. Hey, just remember though, it's really not him. This guy right there, it's really not him who is the host. It's me. Because when I come to your house, just like Zlatan, you're the guest and I'm the host. Peace out.
Brody's been smoking that Zaza. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good day. Welcome back to another episode of Inside Our Football. I'm your host, David, and I'm joined with the one and only Mr.
He's
Etienne.
wrong. Welcome to another episode. This is your host, Etienne. This is your host, Etienne Veillard. And I've been trying to get this guy on this show for a long time, but
hi guys, I'm here to announce my commitment.
It's crazy, man. Well, why are you talking over your host, man?
I'm sorry.
Like, I invited you to my place.
I'm sorry, host. I'm sorry.
Okay, then show up, man. Okay.